Hello there, and welcome back to the Sleepy Science Channel, where we take the biggest, loudest, most terrifying ideas in the universe and whisper them gently into your tired brain. Tonight, we're diving into humanity's most dramatic mid-life crisis, leaving Earth entirely. So before you settle in, take a second to like the video, subscribe if you genuinely enjoy these quiet journeys, and tell me where in the world you're watching from. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft cosmic hum, and let's drift into the void together. It's you, standing on the launch pad of existence, staring into a universe that does not care if you survive. There's no air, no ground, no weather, no sound, not even bad neighbors to complain about. Space is the ultimate do not enter sign, and yet humans took one look at it and said, yeah, let's go there. Bold, unreasonable, perfectly on brand for our species. So we build rockets that burn hotter than your ex's last text and train astronauts to stay alive in places where biology politely gives up. Space travel isn't natural or safe or remotely convenient. It is terrifying. It is magnificent. And it's the only direction left if we want to see what's hiding beyond our little blue world. But for now, just breathe slowly and let your mind loosen as we float deeper into tonight's story. Let's start with the spacesuit, because despite looking like an extremely expensive marshmallow costume, it's actually a personal spaceship. Every layer does something vital. Inside, the lining pulls sweat away like cosmic gym clothes. The pressure garment hugs your body so your blood doesn't boil in the vacuum. The outer shell blocks microscopic space knives. And the iconic visor? A thin layer of real gold, because apparently going to space also requires dressing like royalty. Behind you sits the backpack, a tiny life support world filled with oxygen tanks, co-scrubbers, fans, and water tubes quietly circulating like a private river. One tear in this floating fabric cocoon could end everything, which is why NASA inspects every stitch like it's made of pure anxiety. To take one step outside a spacecraft, an astronaut must trust this tiny bubble of Earth entirely. It's courage wrapped in layers of engineered miracles. Now here's something wild. Astronauts grow taller in space. Without gravity pressing down, your spine stretches like it's finally allowed to breathe. At first, it feels heavenly, like the best stretch of your life, but then the pain arrives. Muscles complain, joints protest, and even simple movements feel different inside a suit or sleeping bag. And when astronauts return to Earth, gravity grabs them by the collar and yanks them back to their original size, which also hurts. Humans truly can't win. Doctors obsess over these changes because they reveal how the skeleton, cartilage, and connective tissue react when gravity clocks out. If we ever build Martian cities or giant rotating space habitats, we'll need to understand how the body adapts or rebels. Your spine, it turns out, has strong opinions about the cosmos. And then there's the strangest discovery of all. Space has a smell. You can't breathe it, obviously, unless you want to aggressively cease existing, but astronauts returning from spacewalks swear they can detect it. Some say it smells like hot metal. Others say burnt steak. A few describe it like welding fumes. The scent comes from high-energy particles slamming into the spacecraft's metal skin, creating reactive molecules that hitchhike back inside with the crew. Space, apparently, smells like danger wearing a cologne of science. Once the airlock swings open, particles are let loose into the cosmos, but they never quite make it to your nose. Instead, they leave behind chemical traces on every surface exposed to the vacuum of space. Researchers are scrambling to decode these baffling effects, hoping to find ways to shield sensitive equipment from the relentless onslaught of very long-term exposure. It's a quirky reminder that even in the vast silence of space, the universe loves to leave its little fingerprints behind. But let's talk about bones, specifically yours, because microgravity isn't a bone's best friend. On Earth, gravity keeps those skeletal structures sturdy, but in space? Not so much. Your body immediately begins to shed bone like an overzealous gardener with a hedge trimmer. Astronauts experience a shocking loss of close to 1% of bone mass each month. Those weight-bearing bones don't stand a chance. Calcium, once the guardian of your glorious femur and spine, takes a joyride into your bloodstream, leading to a kidney workout, and eventually, it just says a au revoir out your urine stream. Now, you might think that a quick workout could save the day, and you're not entirely wrong. Astronauts are fitness enthusiasts on steroids, figuratively speaking, of course. They spend hours each day pumping iron on fancy machines designed to create resistance in the celestial gym. But brace yourself, even their Herculean efforts can't halt all the bone loss. When they finally return to Earth, some astronauts are still waiting years for that bone density to bounce back, and not everyone gets a full recovery. It's a real conundrum for future Martian travelers who could be away for eons, sacrificing their bones for the sake of cosmic exploration. Strapping in for a peek at the Sun? You'll find it's a whole different ballgame outside Earth's cozy atmosphere. From our planet, the Sun lulls us with its gentle yellow hues, but out there, it's a raw, blinding white beast, sharp, glaring, and ready to scorch anything it can. With no atmosphere to filter its unrelenting rays, astronauts face an intense assault of heat. Forget about comfy shadows. In the vast vacuum of space, darkness is pure, unforgiving, and gives your sense of depth quite the jolt. No wonder every mission meticulously plans to tackle this unfiltered solar villain and counter its relentless energy while keeping delicate equipment safe. On to the delightful topic of space food, because let's be honest, what's more exciting than tortillas and sealed pouches? In zero gravity, food can't make a mess, or else it becomes a flying hazard. NASA takes their meals seriously. One stray crumb could crash a ventilation fan, and a drop of soup could jeopardize a control panel. Enter the tortilla, the hero of the lunchbox universe. Packed meals are engineered so they won't detonate into chaos, ensuring astronauts won't be munching on errant bits of food drifting like cosmic confetti. And oh, the culinary experience. Taste buds take a vacation in space. Blood flow changes and noses get blocked, making even the tastiest meal seem blah. That's why meals are packed with flavors hotter and sweeter than down on Earth. The cooking process resembles a science experiment more than a lovely kitchen endeavor, with engineers crafting tiny masterpieces under very special culinary conditions. There are no charming ovens or refrigerators, only warmers. Bon appetit doesn't quite have the same ring when you're in a vacuum, but hey, at least you can still enjoy some space spice snacks. Finally, let's not forget about sleeping arrangements in this brave new world. Picture this: there are no plush mattresses or cozy blankets. Instead, astronauts strap themselves down tighter than a burrito. With zero gravity, the idea of catching some ZS becomes more of an acrobatic fling. You're floating and spinning dreamily through a cosmic slumber, tethered only by your straps. Talk about a sleepover with a twist. Forget counting sheep. In space, you're counting push-ups on a galactic scale. In the stylish confines of their spacecraft, astronauts don't just sleep, they cocoon themselves in padded sleeping bags affixed to the walls or ceiling. Without these cozy restraints, they'd float around like untethered balloons, colliding with sensitive equipment or their snoozing crewmates. Dreamland becomes a wobbly wonderland, where weightlessness turns dreams into bizarre adventures of drifting and dropping, giving rise to mixed feelings of peace or perplexity when the familiar comfort of a bed is absent. As the lights dim and cozy sleep wraps around them, the hum of machinery remains a constant companion. The gentle roar of fans and pumps paired with the metallic creaks from temperature fluctuations create a symphony of space sounds. Forget restful serenity. Sleeping in space demands synchronization with Earth's clock, even if the spacecraft enjoys a sunrise every 90 minutes. Mastering sleep in this high-tech cocoon becomes quite the skill, taking days or even weeks to perfect amidst the midnight soundtrack of mechanical whispers. Tears in space is a curious phenomenon. When emotions bubble up or allergies kick in, the watery culprit doesn't just roll down cheeks like on Earth. Instead, tears form tiny floating blobs, dancing stubbornly in front of the eyes. Wipe them away. Not so easy. A cloth merely sends those pearls scattering into oblivion. Good luck avoiding a gooey mess that can invade noses or mess with contact lenses. Space life turns the simple act of crying into a truly remarkable juggling act of fluids. Every drop of emotional drama serves as a stark reminder of their earthly existence. Meanwhile, spacewalks come with their very own danger soundtrack, the hiss of an airlock and the heavy pressure of responsibility. One tiny tear in a suit and poof, it's nightmare city. Temperatures swing like a roller coaster from roasting hot to freezing, and astronauts must treat every move like a dance step, all while tethered to the spacecraft, lest they drift into the dark unknown. Breathing, a thing to take for granted back home, becomes a delicate balancing act when outside their cozy craft. Astronauts need to be mindful of their suits' atmospheric intricacies to avoid hazards like oxygen toxicity. Tools are fastened and rehearsed until their movements are as smooth as butter. But in the throes of training, the ultimate surprise remains: the unpredictable silence of space, devoid of the breathable air and cheer of life, is anything but peaceful. Inside the vast emptiness of space, orientation becomes a cosmic conundrum. With no ground beneath their feet, astronauts reconfigure their understanding of up and down. Their minds, deprived of the inner ear stability, embark on a confusing journey through disorientation and dizziness. What should be straightforward tasks, like reaching for a tool or navigating a corner, morph into a mental maze. In this environment, nothing behaves as expected. Muscles forget their stabilizing roles, and every movement must be learned anew, crafting a surreal dance through the void. This peculiar disconnection from gravity changes not just how astronauts move, but also how their minds perceive home. Each floating venture into the great expanse of space transforms reality into a mind-bending odyssey that reshapes emotions and perceptions. Embracing this weightless ballet is no easy feat, and every astronaut must confront the profound psychological realities and triumphs of their new, unfathomable world overhead. In the end, adapting to life in orbit is both a challenge and a celebration of human resilience, a beautiful dance with the cosmos. Space, the final frontier, isn't just about exploring the stars. It's also a dicey realm of cosmic dangers beckoning from all directions. Outside Earth's magnetic shield, astronauts become attractive targets for a barrage of cosmic rays, solar particles, and hyperactive atoms zooming by at breakneck speeds. These relentless energy bombs can slice through human tissues, causing chaos in DNA strands that can lead to mutations. While our atmosphere does a splendid job of fending off these threats down here, it's a whole different ballgame among the stars. Researchers are hard at work trying to devise smarter shielding for spacecraft to guard against these invisible nemesis, a task akin to building a blanket against a ghost. And speaking of unpredictable behavior, let's talk about fires in space. Picture this: a flame on Earth dances upwards, performing an elegant pirouette fueled by rising hot air. Now, transport that same scene to a spacecraft, where gravity simply doesn't play along. Up there, flames turn into ghostly blue spheres, lazily floating around as they slowly devour oxygen. Imagine trying to extinguish a fire that doesn't rise but instead hovers, creating a cloud of smoke that clogs the entire room. Fire may burn less fiercely in microgravity, but it's just as deadly, if not more so, fueling a silent menace that can fill enclosed spaces with toxic gases before anyone has a clue it's happening. Given the monstrous challenge of fire safety, astronauts undergo rigorous fire drills. It's like an extreme game of hide and seek, with them scurrying around to seal hatches, cut off ventilation, and locate extinguishers in chaos. While fire on Earth commands respect, space fire is an unpredictable dance that can go in every direction, making it the ultimate villain in an astronaut story. The complexities of fire in space remind us that while we think we know the rules, the cosmos has a few surprises up its sleeve. Then there's the no-gravity workout regime. Yes, it's true. If you think losing weight is troublesome down here, just ask an astronaut who finds their muscles mysteriously fading without the gentle nudge of gravity. A fitness routine in space is as vital as a good meal. Without it, legs turn spindly, and breathing becomes a Herculean task. Astronauts clock hours every day on workout machines that mimic weightlifting and running, thanks to fancy contraptions using spinning cycles and elastic cords. It's not up for debate. Their workouts are non-negotiable to ensure that those intrepid space explorers don't become frail shadows of their earthbound selves. Then, there's the metal drama in the vastness of space. On our planet, merging metal can take a hefty dose of heat or crafty welding. But in the vacuum of space, prepare for a cold welding spectacle. When metal surfaces come into contact in that frosty expanse, they don't merely touch, they bond instantly without so much as a flame in sight. This seamless union can lead to a catastrophic malfunction if engineers forget to add protective coatings to surfaces that could inadvertently cozy up to one another. It's like a cosmic dance, and without careful planning, wrenches could become forever stuck. Cold welding challenges the very essence of how we think about tools and machinery. This phenomenon is both a bewitching spectacle and a serious concern. The threat of a robotic arm suddenly becoming a permanent fixture or a satellite panel just deciding to stay folded up. That's right, in space, even the simplest contact can turn into a riddle. Engineers navigate this invisible challenge with the finesse of a magician, ensuring that every piece of equipment is prepped for whatever may come. So while humanity ventures forth to explore the cosmos, it's a wild ride filled with unforeseen hurdles. Space radiation, uncooperative fires, a rigorous workout regime, and the odd quirks of cold welding all serve as reminders that outer space is not just another playground. It's a realm where the rules are different. As we continue to push our boundaries, perhaps space will share more of its secrets if we learn to respect and understand the challenges waiting in the great unknown. In the enchanting realm of microgravity, the taste buds play a surprising game of cosmic hide and seek. Classic comfort dishes can end up resembling unseasoned cardboard floating in a vacuum. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station often find their cravings twisting towards spicy sauces and zesty fruit beverages to liven their meals. As the fluids in their bodies shift due to the lack of gravity, the flavors that once delighted them can feel muted. It's a quirky culinary conundrum where even shrimp cocktails slathered in horseradish rocket up the demand charts. Space sickness, it turns out, is not a gentle ride on a cosmic carousel. Astronauts in their initial days in orbit may feel like they've just stepped off a roller coaster that never ends. As their bodies grapple with the detachment from gravity, conflicting signals bombard their brains, making even a simple meal feel like an uphill battle. Nausea, dizziness, and general disorientation can leave them grounded, literally struggling to eat or work. Medical teams have to step in, making careful meal plans and doled out medications until they wait for these rookie spacers to adjust and reclaim their cosmic equilibrium. The wonder of cosmic sights continues with shooting stars. Yes, you read that right inside a spacecraft. Tiny particles zipping into the spacecraft at hypervelocities ignite into dazzling streaks of light visible through the windows. Astronauts may witness these celestial fireworks when they're peering out into the dark abyss or chilling in quieter parts of the station. But these glamorous bursts are a grim reminder of the dangers outside, as each piece of space debris can etch micro-craters into the ship's surfaces, forcing missions to play dodgeball with dense debris fields. Where there's a will, there's a way, even in the quest to grow plants in the vastness of space. Without gravity's familiar tug, seeds can sprout like confused young rebels, growing in every direction imaginable. But fear not. With a sprinkle of clever engineering, astronauts have cultivated feisty lettuces and vibrant radishes under the artificial glow of carefully designed growth chambers. Beyond just tummies, these green growings plant a seed of hope for future colonies on the Moon or Mars, proving that life can have roots among the stars. As if that wasn't enough, space travel gets even more bewildering. Your blood practically starts doing a moonwalk in microgravity. Down on Earth, it's a heavy lifter, obediently pulled towards the lower body. In space, however, it flows differently, leading to a wild red-blooded dance that keeps everyone's heart on its toes. The heart works overtime to keep blood circulating, and without gravity's guiding hand, even a simple physiological function turns into an interstellar conundrum. But amid the spins and flutters of space's effects on the body and mind, the enduring spirit of exploration glimmers like a distant star. From the dance of the taste buds to the dizzy effects of space sickness, each experience not only transforms astronauts but also offers grand insights into what it means to be human in such an alien environment. So, the next time you munch on your favorite comfort food, remember those space explorers out there trading pizza for boldly flavored fare and battling nausea in their quest to push the frontiers of mankind. In the wild realm of space, blood doesn't quite know how to behave. Instead of flowing smoothly through veins and arteries, it floats around, choosing to congregate in the chest and head like it's at a cosmic pajama party. This creates puffy faces and those spindly astronaut legs. Over time, you might say the heart goes on a diet, shrinking and losing muscle, making it a priority for astronauts to rebuild their ticker upon returning to good old Earth. Doctors keep a vigilant eye on this quirky circulation, aiming to dodge any nasty clots or fainting spells that could occur when those brave souls step back into gravity's grip. As for sounds, forget about the serene silence of outer space. Inside a spacecraft, it's a cacophony of life. Fans whirl, computers buzz, and valves click like they're getting ready for a factory dance-off. This constant noise forms a comforting backdrop, a mechanical lullaby that reminds the crew that their life support systems are happily humming along. But hold on. If a new, strange sound dares to intrude, it sends a jolt of panic through the crew. A sudden silence is a suspense film waiting to happen because in space, quiet could mean trouble brewing, and nobody wants that. And speaking of trouble, some viral party crashers become way more infectious when they find themselves in the cosmic neighborhood. Taking a trip into orbit, researchers noticed that viruses like herpes and Epstein-Barr acted quite differently than they do on Earth. The zero-gravity swing, alongside the ever-present radiation, seems to flip some invisible switches, making these pesky pathogens more sprightly. It gets even spookier when astronauts who seem perfectly healthy back home suddenly show signs of viral awakenings. Being up there in space is an immune system workout. The stress and fluid shifts seriously take a toll on defenses, which is not ideal for long missions. Water games in space? You bet. Instead of leisurely showers with cascading water, astronauts have to get inventive. Picture it, water droplets gliding around like fluffy little globes. To freshen up, they squeeze out small doses onto their skin and wipe with towels as if it's a delicate dance routine. The history of shower experiments goes back to early missions, and let's just say, they weren't exactly a hit. They ended with water mischief all over sensitive equipment. Every drop of water becomes a treasure, making even the simple act of washing your face feel monumental during lengthy voyages away from Mother Earth. Those elegant routines in microgravity are all about more than staying clean. They nourish a bit of normalcy in the madness of space. Imagine brushing your teeth while floating through recycled air. Hygiene morphs into a strategy for comfort, identity, and sanity in the vacuum of infinity. These small, personal rituals hold the weight of necessity and are a reminder of life on Earth, even when you're light years away. But wait, let's talk about the lunar dust. If you think beach sand has its drama, you haven't met the moon's gritty foe. Lunar dust is not your friend. It's more like the villain in a sci-fi movie ready to wreak havoc on a spacesuit. With its jagged edges formed by relentless meteor impacts over eons, it's sharp enough to give any space gear a run for its money. There's no gentle breeze or soft waves to smooth these particles down. They're like tiny bullets aiming for the delicate fabric of astronaut suits, making them a real headache when exploring the lunar landscape. In this extraordinary, ever-evolving setting where the gravity of Earth feels like a faint memory, astronauts learn to navigate not just space but themselves. Adaptation is key as they face the alien challenges of their cosmic home. Every heartbeat signifies resilience, every sound signifies survival, and every cautious act of cleanliness becomes an ode to their humanity in the great, swirling abyss of outer space. Through it all, they embrace the rhythm of life far beyond our planet, crafting new stories with each mission that defies ordinary understanding. Lunar dust is no harmless, moonlit fairy. In fact, it's a sneaky villain that infiltrates spacesuits, weaving its way into seams and joints, wreaking havoc on seals and scratching those high-tech visors. The Apollo astronauts returned to their lander looking like glittery disco balls, caked in a dust that smelled oddly like burnt gunpowder. This pesky substance didn't just irritate their lungs, it turned the command modules into the world's smallest sand traps, clinging to every surface like an unwelcome houseguest. With future moon missions on the horizon, dust management becomes critical. Engineers are racing against the clock, creating special coatings and fancy electrostatic systems that might just shake dust off like a dog shedding its winter coat. The stakes are high. In a vacuum where breathing isn't an option, this seemingly innocent dust transforms into a covert threat, ready to tear into fragile suits and compromise life support systems. Who needs space hazards when you have moon dust as your nemesis? Speaking of nuisances, let's talk about hair in space. The drama. In microgravity, hair doesn't just fall, it wafts serenely through the air like a feather in a windstorm, causing chaos. An astronaut's haircut isn't just a grooming session, it's a tactical operation. Astronauts wield clippers equipped with powerful vacuums, diligently sucking up every rogue strand before they can slip into an eye or clog a critical instrument. It's slow, it's awkward, and honestly, it's like trying to trim a hedge while standing on a trampoline. Astronaut grooming is less about looking fabulous and more about mental health, a grounding routine in the space-time void. Mirrors may adorn the walls, but every tool is tethered. Floating hair becomes a cosmic reminder of earthly normalcy. Grooming in this high-stakes environment turns into a ritual as vital as oxygen, reminding astronauts of life back home while they navigate their otherworldly existence. Who knew that cutting hair in space could be such a poignant moment of normalcy? Then there are the astronaut gloves. The magnificent but cumbersome gloves. Each glove is a wonder of engineering, designed to withstand the harsh realities of space: vacuum, extreme temperatures, radiation, and those pesky micrometeorites. Yet, their multi-layered structure transforms simple tasks into Herculean feats. Fine motor skills become a distant memory. Imagine trying to thread a needle while wearing mittens the size of footballs. Every grip feels like wrestling a wiggle worm, leaving astronauts with sore fingers and bruised nails. Meanwhile, engineers are on a never-ending quest for better solutions, fiddling with materials and pressure systems to boost dexterity. They strive to balance comfort and functionality, because let's be real, space was not designed with human hands in mind. Every time an astronaut ventures into the cosmic abyss, their gloves serve as a bittersweet reminder of the delicate humanity housed within those bulky suits. The struggle is real in the vacuum of space. And let's not forget the tragedy of lost tools, a theme fit for a sci-fi epic. As astronauts juggle wrenches and tethered clamps, it's almost inevitable that some tools slip away into the vast void. Once a tool is untethered, it becomes a tiny, rogue satellite orbiting Earth, potentially wreaking havoc on unsuspecting spacecraft below. One astronaut just couldn't keep track of a full tool bag that floated away mystically. One moment it was in hand, the next it was a starry silhouette in the sky. Imagine trying to track that with binoculars. With every mission, we're unwittingly adding to the clutter of space. Oodles of defunct satellites and debris swirl around our blue planet like a haphazard cosmic junkyard. Each tiny item, be it a lost screwdriver or an abandoned wrench, races through space at breakneck speeds, posing potential threats to other missions. Space may be vast, but orbits are packed tighter than the subway at rush hour. Keeping sight of every errant object is the continuous challenge for mission control, ensuring future explorers won't get more than they bargained for when launching into the final frontier. Breathing on Mars is no joke. It's like trying to take a deep breath in a room with no fresh air, almost impossible. The Martian atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide with only a smidge of oxygen, making it a challenge for humans to simply exist there. To survive, we'll need ingenious machines that can split carbon dioxide or tap into frozen water beneath the surface to conjure up breathable oxygen. It's a tough gig when everything is constantly at risk of freezing, clogging, or maybe even becoming a snack for radiation. Now, imagine being that brave pioneer who steps onto Mars for the first time. It's a one-way ticket, my friend. Once you're there after months of travel, the cosmic reality sinks in getting back isn't just packing your bags and heading home. The planet's gravity and radiation create an experience that's nothing like your ordinary Sunday drive. We'll need rocket fuel to launch back, which either has to make the journey from Earth, a space hogger, or be crafted from local resources if we can figure that out. Some mission planners have a wild thought. What if the first Mars explorers decide to set up shop forever? These brave souls might be planting seeds, building habitats, and becoming the grandfathers and grandmothers of Martian civilization. But here's the kicker: when they finally decide to jump back on a rocket, their bodies might not be fans of the sudden return to Earth's gravity. Muscles, bones, everything might just throw a fit after years of Martian chill and low gravity. Now let's talk about rocket fuel. It's like a hot rod of science when you're in space. On Earth, engines have to battle gravity and atmospheric resistance, but once you hit the emptiness of space, it's a whole new ballgame. Fuel burns faster and can achieve breakneck speeds, but you better be careful. Flames act differently without air, and if something goes awry, boom. There's no soft landing for an explosion in space. Every single burn is a calculated risk, much like trying to reheat last night's pizza without burning it. A successful launch means making precision adjustments and nerding out on the math as if your next math test depends on it. It's an exhilarating dance between power, control, and maybe a dash of anxiety as the spacecraft jets off into the void. No brakes, no second chances. As if that wasn't enough, once you're in the great unknown, spacecraft face temperature swings that would make anyone cringe. Picture a metal box that gets hotter than lava 1 minute and colder than a freezer the next. Spacecraft come packed with thermal blankets and layers of insulation to keep them from turning into oversized popsicles or boiling pots. The temperature control is so finicky that even electronic circuits might kick the bucket if they don't stay in their cozy zone. And let's not forget the orbit. Determining how a spacecraft manages the sun's heat is as crucial as making sure your air conditioning is just right in summer. With every mission, engineers are basically duking it out with the universe, trying to keep their gear from cracking or crashing. Mars or bust. It's an engineering marvel that turns out the challenge is not just getting there, but surviving long enough to make it feel like home. Mars is a quirky neighbor in the solar system, where sunsets flip the script on what we know. Imagine basking in the glow of a blue sunset. Unlike Earth, where we're blessed with fiery reds and oranges as the sun melts into the horizon, Mars greets its neighbors with tranquil blue hues. Blame it on the thin Martian atmosphere filled with fine iron-based dust. When that fiery ball of gas lowers itself, it paints a stunning blue halo, creating pastel shades that feel like a dream, almost like a cosmic watercolor created by nature's hand. Future explorers will stand on Martian soil, soaking in this spectacular view, knowing they're witnessing a phenomenon that has eluded human eyes until now. Now, let's address the not-so-charming side of space travel: space junk. If you thought littering was bad on Earth, just wait until you see our orbit. It's jam-packed with forgotten satellites, rocket remnants, and even some lost tools from clumsy astronauts. These bits of debris are zooming around at speeds that make a bullet look slow. You might think, What's the harm of a little metal? But a speck can puncture a spacesuit or splinter a spacecraft window, while larger pieces can demolish entire vessels. As collisions occur, they create even more debris, potentially trapping us on our little blue planet forever. This chaotic dance, known as a debris cascade, could transform some orbits into a no-go zone filled with lethal shrapnel. To keep astronauts safe from this metallic minefield, space agencies scramble to track thousands of roaming objects in real time. Imagine dodging space junk on your morning commute. Engineering geniuses are brainstorming cleanup methods, but the junkyard in orbit expands faster than we can scoop it up. With every mission, the risk amplifies as more objects vie for space. It's a precarious patch where the cosmos meets a game of dodgeball, and all players need to be incredibly nimble to avoid disaster. But it's not just dodging debris that astronauts have to ace. They do some serious training before heading to the stars. Enter the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory in Houston, a vast pool designed to simulate the weightlessness of space. Astronauts don specially weighted suits that let them float around dramatically, moonwalking through their routines underwater. Every kick and push needs to be calibrated perfectly. A mere misstep could send them tumbling into space if they were really up there. This aquatic arena transforms intense training into a rewarding workout, ensuring they're prepared for working in zero-gravity conditions where tools can vanish into infinity if dropped. As they float about in the giant pool, trainers rehearse everything from tightening bolts to handling emergencies, all while fighting the resistance of water that pushes back and keeps them anchored to the reality of Earth. The whole experience is like preparing to solve an elaborate puzzle, with each piece critical. It's about precision and patience, making sure that when they blink into the intimacy of space, they're ready for whatever challenge comes afloat. Interestingly, time tosses a curveball in orbit too. Einstein nailed it when he theorized that movement and gravity can alter our perception of time, and astronauts are living proof. While they whirl around the Earth aboard the International Space Station, experiencing slightly reduced gravity, their clocks tick differently than ours back home. So, when they beam back with tales of the cosmos, they're sharing stories from a realm where the concept of time morphs like a good travel story, leaving us Earthlings wondering how long we've really been stuck in rush hour traffic. In the grand theater of the universe, astronauts get to enjoy a delightful little quirk of time. Because they zip around space, they age a smidge faster than Earthlings during their missions. Think of it as a cosmic fast-forward button. It's not enough to make a noticeable difference in the grand scheme of life, so you won't need to rush to secure your wrinkles with space travel, but those with precise clocks can measure it. If only we could harness that time-warping magic on Mondays. Now, dare to picture a traveler zipping across the solar system at nearly the speed of light. They'd return home decades younger than their folks who stayed on Earth, likely sporting a youthful glow while their friends clutching anti-aging creams would grumble in confusion. Time becomes a sneaky illusion, bending and stretching based on motion and gravity. It's like the universe throwing a subtle gotcha when we least expect it. Who knew that cosmic physics could stir such youthful envy? Speaking of surprises, let's chat about astronauts' unexpected light shows in the dark cosmic rays. These high-energy party crashers from distant stars and black holes zoom through space and can trigger dazzling flashes in astronauts' eyes, even when their peepers are firmly shut. Imagine trying to sleep in a cozy cabin only to be treated to an impromptu rave courtesy of the universe. Scientists are scratching their heads over this phenomenon, pondering how to keep future explorers feeling awake without the space sparkle. On the journey to Mars, however, things take a turn for the worse. A year-long escapade there and back could cause astronauts' bones to become as fragile as uncooked spaghetti. Who knew space could be a heavyweight champion of bone density loss? Weightlessness causes those handy cells that strengthen bones to take a vacation, sending minerals off on a one-way trip into the bloodstream. So, while they might be strong enough to face the challenges of space, their skeletons could be pulling a disappearing act. And heaven forbid an astronaut's tool leaves their grasp. In the microgravity of space, even a simple screwdriver can turn into a rogue satellite, drifting away to become an unwieldy piece of space debris. The stakes are high, and chaos could reign supreme if one little object decides to go rogue. To add a healthy dash of precaution to this cosmic kitchen, tools are clipped down, labeled, and monitored like overly enthusiastic family pets. A neglected wrench could ruin festive space dinners. With every object floating around like a wayward balloon, astronauts must undergo a serious re-education. No longer can you casually place things down. It's all about securing your belongings in a choreographed dance with physics. A tool left to its own devices could lead to chaos in the thin atmosphere of a spacecraft. Imagine the embarrassment of being attacked by your own tools. In space, each item requires a tether to keep the universe tidy and your spacewalk worry-free. As astronauts venture into the unknown, they are not just battling the forces of gravity or radiation, but also redefining what it means to live and thrive away from good old Earth. With every floating tool, dancing particle, and bone density challenge, they are forcing humanity to reconsider its relationship with the cosmos. The universe may be vast and mysterious, but it's also a place that bends time and space with a wink and a nudge, reminding us that settling among the stars is as complex as it is exhilarating. In the cosmic world of space, traditional toilets are a no-go. You can't just let gravity do its thing up there. Instead, astronauts rely on sophisticated airflow systems that gently whisk biological waste away from their bodies, depositing it in sealed containers. Solid waste? It's compressed tight and saved for trash day when the spacecraft returns to Earth. Liquid waste takes a glamorous turn as it's purified and recycled into drinkable water because hydration is key, even in space. Going to the loo in space is an adventure all its own, calling for a dose of training, patience, and, yes, a pinch of accuracy. Every inch of that bathroom must be cleaned like an engineer's dream. With life in orbit, even the most intimate moments turn into NASA-level exercises in adaptation. It's not exactly a 5-star experience, but it's all in the name of survival, and we commend those brave souls who venture forth. Now, speaking of danger, let's chat about solar storms, nature's own way of putting a damper on cosmic outings. The sun isn't just a friendly ball of light. Sometimes, it flexes its muscles and unleashes blasts of energetic particles. These solar storms can be fierce, and astronauts are at risk as they float through the cosmos without Earth's protective magnetic hug. When a storm strikes, crews must scurry to designated safe zones, often huddled around water tanks like the life rafts of the solar sea. And speaking of the sun, it offers both life and danger as we journey beyond Earth into the unknown. As mission planners plot lunar or Martian voyages, they must weave in concepts for emergency shelters and clever warning systems, a bit like setting up a space weather app. The sun shines brightly, but it can also throw a nasty curveball when you least expect it, reminding us that exploration comes with its own risks. Imagine you could power a quick run around the moon's horizon. Due to the moon's smaller size and lower gravity, an enthusiastic astronaut could take leisurely, boundless strides, completing a lap in just a few minutes. Each leap would propel them through the air in slow, majestic arcs, with a mesmerizing view of the horizon tucked tantalizingly close. With stars twinkling above even at midday, that moon run becomes a cosmic ballet, a joyful reminder of the surprises space holds in store. Life inside a spaceship can be a tad trickier than your average day. Unlike Earth, where fresh air surrounds us, every breath on a spacecraft is a carefully orchestrated miracle. The atmosphere must be a perfect mix of nitrogen and oxygen, while carbon dioxide scrubbers ensure levels stay safe. If only cleaning the house were as organized. The balance is delicate, keeping humidity, temperature, and pressure in check. One little air leak. That's like losing your movie ticket before the big show. Total chaos. Let's not forget the backup plans. NASA didn't become synonymous with awesomeness by winging it. Systems that support the ship's atmosphere come with multiple backups, and if something goes haywire, emergency modes kick in like loyal sidekicks. And just in case, astronauts have emergency oxygen masks ready to go. In the grand theater of space travel, being prepared for any situation becomes the name of the game. When we venture beyond our earthly bounds to establish habitats on the Moon or Mars, imagine the marvel of creating entire indoor worlds with their own unique atmospheres. These lively artificial environments will feature whimsical weather, shifting seasons, and snazzy airlocks, all acting as our gateways to majestic extraterrestrial landscapes. Turning spacecraft interiors into cozy havens of earthly bliss seems surreal, but it's a delicate gift we must nurture amidst the vacuum of space. Ever wondered how the International Space Station, ISS, appears to float gracefully? The secret lies in a sneaky game of gravity. The ISS is always falling towards Earth, but here's the twist. It zips forward at such breakneck speed that while it falls, our planet curves away beneath it. This thrilling ballet creates a perpetual state of free fall we call orbit. Inside, astronauts experience the whimsical wonders of weightlessness, gently drifting around their floating home like playful leaves in the sky. Maintaining its stellar position, the ISS pulls off some spectacular maneuvers. Every so often, it fires its booster engines or gets a friendly nudge from visiting spacecraft. Without these snazzy adjustments, our high-flying friend would gradually get dragged down by Earth's thin upper atmosphere. This constant free fall serves up a delightful revelation. Gravity is omnipresent, even at breathtaking heights. Orbiting isn't about escaping gravity. It's all about mastering the art of falling forever while racing around our planet. Now, let's chat about the cosmic waft of the universe. Telescopes are not just for gazing at twinkly stars. Some can even catch scents. They pick up radio waves and chemical whispers from the stirring clouds of gas and dust dancing between stars. Some molecules, like ethyl formate, are the very essence of raspberry bliss. Others reveal intoxicating scents of alcohol and tantalizing organic structures. Could they hold the secret ingredients of life? It's like receiving a mysterious invitation to indulge in the aromatic buffet the Milky Way offers. If tasting the stars wasn't enough, time dilation throws another cosmic curveball into our interstellar endeavors. According to Einstein's playbook, time doesn't tick the same for everyone. Astronauts zip around the ISS at dizzying speeds, causing them to age just a smidge less than us Earthlings. Picture that. Future travelers zooming toward distant stars, while decades slip away back home like grains of sand. Suddenly, returning to Earth could mean reuniting with families that have aged while they've remained strangely youthful. Just mind-bending physics doing its thing. Finally, let's dive into the bumpy landing astronauts face when they're back on Earth. After floating in space, enjoying the delightful absence of gravity for months, these space adventurers often forget how to walk. Yup, their muscles have turned to pudding, and bones have lost their sturdy density, making balancing a real chore. Upon landing, standing upright feels like a balancing act on a tightrope, with dizzy spells becoming uninvited guests as blood rushes frantically. It's a wild journey from the stars back to solid ground. Rehabilitation for returning astronauts isn't just a jog in the park. It's a kind of cosmic boot camp. Doctors and trainers work diligently with these spacefarers to help them regain their strength, coordination, and confidence after months of floating in microgravity. Some astronauts even need harnesses to help them relearn the noble art of walking. It's like watching a toddler take their first steps, adorable and slightly wobbly, but with way cooler backgrounds. Treadmills are the starting line, but it can take weeks or even months before they're shimmying and shaking like their pre-space selves. But let's not overlook the emotional roller coaster of relearning to walk. Each step is a reminder that our bodies are intricate creations, molded by the environments we inhabit. It's not just the legs and lungs that need a workout, the brain has some heavy lifting to do as well. As they take those first shaky strides, each astronaut can't help but feel the nostalgia of home, knowing that every planet like Mars comes with its own set of challenges and quirks. Speaking of Mars, let's dive into the red planet's stormy reputation. Imagine a dry, cold world where winds can whip up a frenzy so strong it turns the atmosphere into a hazy soup. Global dust storms can blanket the whole planet, reducing sunlight to a mere glimmer even at high noon. Equipment can get clogged, solar panels become useless, and everything is coated in a fine layer of red dust that sticks like a stubborn toddler's finger paint. Life on Mars demands that habitats be built like Fort Knox to endure the relentless forces of nature. Now, let's not forget how these storms can mess with mission plans. As pioneers of deep space, every astronaut may be in for a wild ride of unexpected medical mysteries. Space medicine is still a baby learning to crawl. Sure, we know that microgravity plays havoc with bones and muscles, but the long-term effects on the heart and mental health? That's the stuff of intriguing research paper material waiting to be unraveled. Fluid dynamics, for example, could have your eyesight going fuzzy literally. The immune system may throw a tantrum, reactivating dormant viruses just when you least expect it. And let's not get started on the weird dreams or balance issues that astronauts might face. Wounds. They might heal differently, too, tossing a curveball in an already complex surgery. It's like the universe is conducting an experiment the likes of which we've only touched upon back on Earth. But stepping into deep space doesn't just throw human health into flux. It comes with hazards, too. Think about micrometeorites zipping around like hyperactive gremlins. These minuscule fragments are leftovers from cosmic history, and despite their small size, they can create havoc at incredible speeds. A speck smaller than a grain of sand could theoretically puncture a spacecraft or spacesuit. Yikes. So, engineers get crafty, layering armor and using reinforced materials to protect those brave enough to explore the final frontier. Yet, even the majestic International Space Station isn't immune to the wrath of these tiny cosmic kamikazes. It has its share of nicks and scratches. Every mission to space can feel like dodging bullets in a vast celestial shooting gallery. The balance of weight, material, and design becomes a high-stakes game, where each decision can be the difference between the thrill of space exploration and an unexpected catastrophe. And as astronauts gaze down at Earth's weather systems from above, they can't help but appreciate the fragile beauty of the world they call home. From the perch of space, Earth unfolds like a mesmerizing canvas, brimming with swirling storms reminiscent of cosmic whirlpools. It's like nature threw a paintbrush at the planet, sending clouds spiraling gracefully across continents and illuminating the depths of thunderstorms with bright, silent flashes. Astronauts enjoy a front-row seat to this global spectacle, witnessing the mingling of sunlight, air, and water as storms gracefully pirouette over oceans and rain shadows creep over arid deserts, nature's own choreography playing out below. But Earth isn't just a pretty picture, it's a fragile masterpiece. Each swirling storm and shadowy river of cloud tells a tale woven into an interconnected system that supports life. Astronauts peer down and appreciate not only the beauty but the complexity of the weather's role in shaping everything on this blue planet. This cosmic perspective is an ongoing reminder of how vital balance is to our ecosystem, a swirling dance intertwined with the seasons, where every element affects another, creating a pulse of life beneath their floating feet. Space, the final frontier, is lovely but comes with a few nasty surprises. The invisible menace of radiation lurks beyond the safety of Earth's atmosphere, ready to rain on any astronaut's parade. As spacecraft cruise through the cosmos, their crew must constantly contend with the potential dangers of high-energy particles. Dedicated engineers concoct clever shielding, optimizing it to combat this unseen threat while keeping the spacecraft's weight manageable, a tough cookie to crack. Spacecraft missions read like a game of chess, with each move calculated for safety against the ominous ticking clock of radiation exposure. Though it might seem like the cosmos is silent, don't let that fool you. Space may lack an audible atmosphere, but vibrations sail through solid structures, a secret orchestra that astronauts quietly appreciate. Inside the spacecraft, the soundscape buzzes with the hum of machines, the creaks of metal expanding, and the soft knocks of friendly inter-module communication. Even gravity's whispers, measured through instruments, express themselves in eerie tones, creating a cosmic symphony that manages to thread itself into the vast silence surrounding them. Should you find yourself wandering outside a spacecraft, trying to chat in the vacuum, don't expect the joys of banter. Communication goes electric, ensuring your words are transmitted through a helmet speaker rather than the air. Space may be devoid of sound, but it's far from lifeless. Life's rhythm continues with the symphony of life support systems, the buzz of protective suits, and the eternal reminder of one's own breath, blending into an odd, yet comforting cacophony amidst the spectral stillness. Now, let's take a moonlit detour to where history became tangible. The footprints of the Apollo astronauts from 1969 still grace the lunar surface, preserved in time like an otherworldly museum exhibit. With no atmosphere to erase these moments, no wind to shift, no rain to wash away the lunar dust holds the marks of exploration fast. Tread marks and tire imprints serve as silent witnesses to humanity's daring leap into the cosmos, a stark contrast against the barren expanse that catches whispers of their adventure. Each little footprint tells a story, a fleeting chapter when humans became celestial tourists, leaving behind not just scientific equipment and flags but traces of their brief presence on a different world. Gazing at them is like reading a timeless narrative, a snapshot of the spirit of exploration, frozen in the moon dust, waiting for curious eyes to gaze upon these remnants of a profound journey. In their stillness, they shimmer with the legacy of ambition, innovation, and the unquenchable human thirst to explore the great beyond. Future explorers may one day stroll across a landscape marked by ancient footprints, preserved since they were first made. This scene is both mesmerizing and a tad eerie, reminding us that when we tread on a weather-free world, we leave behind an indelible mark, one that time has no intention of erasing. The beauty of this eternal preservation juxtaposes with the underlying dangers of space, where even the tiniest breach can have devastating consequences. Spacecraft are engineered as airtight capsules, safeguarding the fragile air inside from the unforgiving void of space. The construction features layers of metals, insulation, and complex wiring, all working together like a cosmic fortress. Alas, a hole the size of a mere grain of sand can spark a disaster, causing a rapid leak that steals the breathable atmosphere. Think of it less as a Hollywood explosion and more as a sneaky little thief, quietly draining the cabin air until alarms scream out in warning. But it's not just rogue space dust that poses a threat. Even a clumsy drill job during construction can puncture the delicate spacecraft's surface, creating serious risks. Inside, astronauts exist in a bubble of humanity, utterly dependent on the integrity of that exterior barrier. A single mishap could transform the cozy atmosphere into a dwindling resource, and engineers are ceaselessly innovating layering walls and adding alarms despite the ever-looming presence of danger that hovers like a dark cloud. Now, let's dive into the realm of astronaut fashion. Those swanky spacesuits have a touch of gold. Yes, you read that right. The helmet's visors are emblazoned with a thin layer of gold, not just for style points but for survival. This shiny metal reflects infrared radiation and shields astronauts from the sun's fierce rays, all while maintaining a glam aesthetic. Out in the abyss, it's not just about looking good. The gold becomes a vital defensive shield against the punishing elements of space. In the grand experiments of scientific exploration, we've even sent bacteria into the cosmic abyss, testing their tenacity against the harsh realities of space. Could these microscopic critters withstand the onslaught of vacuum, radiation, and temperature fluctuations? Surprisingly, some have not only survived but thrived under microgravity, raising the tantalizing query: could life have hitchhiked across planets on meteorites, seeding new worlds? Moreover, as we unpack the mysteries of bacteria in space, we inch closer to understanding our own health amid lengthy missions. Isn't it wild to think that these resilient microbes adapt quicker than we do? Such revelations about the toughness of life hint at an unexpected truth. Space may be teeming with biology, even if it appears desolate. And speaking of strength, some materials behave differently in zero gravity. Earth's gravitational tug often creates imperfections when metals and crystals solidify, making them less than perfect. In the weightlessness of space, though, those same molten substances form without those pesky flaws, leading to stronger and more reliable materials. Talk about a silver lining in the void. The cosmos truly transforms everything, even down to the atomic level, giving humanity a front row seat to nature's magic. In the weightlessness of space, researchers have turned orbit into a sparkling lab, churning out ultra-pure crystals with all the finesse of a cosmic jeweler. These floating laboratories, free from pesky defects, lend themselves to supercharged medical equipment and electronics. Picture spacecraft parts so smooth that they make Earth's tech look like a rough draft. Space is playing host to an experimental bonanza, promising a tantalizing future where gravity's grip won't hold back innovation. If you think a simple metal bar is mundane, think again. But before astronauts can play space chemist, there's a Herculean mental marathon that needs conquering. Training to blast off isn't all about bench-pressing rockets. It's a psychological shake-up too. With confined spaces, recycled air, and a group of fellow astronauts, stress takes on a whole new character in the void of space. Imagine stretching out your inner zen while practicing mindfulness in an underwater habitat. Now that's a delightful twist on finding your sea legs. Then there's the delightful art of crying in space, which is nothing short of a space-age spectacle. In a no-gravity zone, tears don't flow freely. They form mesmerizing orbs that hover around like tiny satellites. Taking care of tears up there isn't just about a good sob, it's practically a science experiment. Astronauts have to master the delicate dance of wiping away those teardrop globes without letting them interfere with vital equipment. Talk about elevating emotional hurdles to a whole new level. Of course, space isn't all floating orbs of emotion. There's a serious side too. The vacuum of space is as silent as a grave and equally unforgiving. If someone were to stroll out there unprotected, they'd find themselves in a pressure predicament. With bodily fluids resorting to boiling and oxygen making a hasty exit out of the lungs, who knew space could serve up such a terrifying cocktail of chaos? Keep those suits tight, folks. Speaking of those suits, they're like personal spacecraft, each layer meticulously designed to guard against cold, heat, and radiation. Slip into one of those bad boys, and you're embracing your own little slice of Earth's comfort while orbiting a planet that doesn't care much for human fragility. Space can throw some Easter eggs your way, but being cozy while zooming about is definitely not one of them. And let's not forget about Mars, the grand red anomaly that's as tricky to land on as an ice rink on a winter's day. With an atmosphere that's practically a ghost, successfully piloting a spacecraft down to the Martian surface is like asking your car to stop on a frozen pond. Good luck with that. All the maneuvers in the galaxy can't change the fact that Mars is a diva when it comes to landings. Wouldn't it be a trip to see astronauts trying to navigate that particular cosmic challenge? With all these mind-bending experiences, astronauts aren't just explorers. They're emotional pioneers discovering the bounds of the human spirit amid the stars. In orbit, every tear, every laugh, and every fragile moment in a suit serves as a reminder of humanity's resilience, whether floating blissfully in a freefall of emotion or braving the stark realities of cosmic existence. In the end, the journey isn't solely about conquering space. It's about conquering oneself, one zero-gravity tear at a time. Landing on Mars is like trying to park a sports car on an ice rink. Rockets can't do it alone. They gobble fuel faster than a hungry teenager. Parachutes? Sure. But they have to bloom flawlessly in an atmosphere so thin it barely registers. With dust storms looming, sensors can be plagued by obscured visibility. When the spacecraft kisses the Martian soil at breakneck speeds, there's a scramble to slow down, steer clear of rocks, and nail that landing all within minutes. It's a high-stakes dance with fiery consequences. Now, let's talk about cramped quarters. Living on a spaceship means cozying up to your fellow astronauts in a space tighter than your Aunt Edna's hug at Thanksgiving. Over at the International Space Station, sleep pods are basically oversized closets. You can zip yourself in, but guess what? That buzz of machinery and your crewmate's shuffle is right outside your door. Privacy here is an illusion. Every chat you think is private could be an unintentional eavesdrop. Then there's the shared bathroom, definitely not a spa retreat. Without a chance for solitude, astronauts have to learn a finesse in managing their inner zen while surrounded by co-workers 24/7. Each fleeting moment of quiet becomes a celebrated victory. It's less about finding an escape and more about maintaining your sanity. They train hard for this, mastering the art of blending personal needs with mission objectives, all while navigating a bustling beehive in orbit. Finding personal reflection is a win, even if it only lasts a few seconds. And let's not forget the shower situation. The closest thing to a spa day now is a damp towel. In space, water is a crafty little critter. Instead of flowing streams, astronauts squeeze tiny water pouches and channel their inner acrobat by massaging soap into their skin. Hair washing? Never a straightforward endeavor when hair behaves erratically in microgravity. Suction fans become their best friends as they try to wrangle damp locks into submission. Honestly, each scrub and squeegee feels like a hard-fought battle against space grime. Taking care of oneself in space isn't just about looking good, it's about embracing a sliver of comfort in a vacuum of inconveniences. The absence of hot showers makes astronauts yearn for those mundane luxuries found on Earth. Fighting body odor with specialized wear and more frequent grooming sessions is their new norm. Every time they wipe down, they claw back a taste of normalcy amid the extraterrestrial chaos, reminding them of cascading waterfalls and plush towels. But it's not all about personal care. Floating amidst the stars, astronauts double as scientists. Just think about it. They're conducting experiments on everything from cell division in zero gravity to the intriguing dance of flames in an airless environment. Since every direction feels like up and down is just a suggestion here, they've got straps and gloves keeping everything in check. Liquids act more like rebellious cats than obedient dogs pooling where they please or striking a creative pose. The brilliance of microgravity opens up a treasure trove of discoveries that are simply impossible on solid ground. Watching proteins crystallize without crumbling, or figuring out how oil and water mingle without gravity's usual push and pull, is sheer magic. With each experiment, astronauts become craftier, assembling mini-labs mid-air and capturing floating samples with the dexterity of pro dancers. Their scientific sleight of hand expands our understanding of everything under the sun: biology, chemistry, physics, and, believe it or not, engineering. In the vast universe, designing safer spacecraft is not just a matter of gadgets and gizmos. It's about tackling the mundane challenges of life in space, including the art of stirring without gravity. Imagine trying to mix your morning oatmeal up in the cosmos. What a disaster! But that's just part of the daily grind for astronauts. Each task can morph into a scientific puzzle, turning ordinary actions into extraordinary feats. Now, that's an impressive science experiment. Speaking of challenges, let's take a peek at the windows of our spacecraft. These aren't your average double-glazed wonders. They're formidable constructions of polycarbonate and fused silica layers. Why, you ask? Well, they're under constant attack from micrometeoroids, tiny little space bullets zooming around. Each tiny impact isn't just a ding. It's a brand new constellation of scratches that can distort an astronaut's view of the twinkling stars, or worse, disrupt their ability to gaze longingly at the mesmerizing Earth below. Astronauts are keenly aware of the risks lurking outside. That beautiful panorama is a double-edged sword, reminding them that behind each scrape on the window lies a collision with the cosmos. As the debris dances, space stations come equipped to maneuver and protect their precious viewports from incoming threats, rotating or redesigning the windows based on risk levels. It's like a cosmic game of dodgeball. Astronauts cherish the clearest lookouts, capturing photos like treasured postcards from an impossibly surreal destination. Meanwhile, over on Mars, seasons are literally a marathon. With orbiting antics that would make a tortoise feel fast, Mars takes almost 2 Earth years to finish a lap around the Sun. That means Martian winters can feel like they last forever, sending chills down any settler's spine. And the summers? Think of them as long, dusty festivals with storms that turn the landscape into a swirling spectacle. Welcome to the Martian calendar, where every season ambles along at its own leisurely pace, stretching days and nights into a cosmic tapestry unlike anything we know. As astronauts zip around the Earth every 90 minutes aboard the International Space Station, they enjoy a front-row view of our beautiful planet. With sights that rival a high-definition nature documentary, oceans, cities, and lightning-illuminated storm systems roll by like a never-ending digital landscape. The rapid succession of sunrises and sunsets injects vibrant colors into the atmosphere, transforming time into a whimsical dance. It's a startling reminder of how we often take our boundaries too seriously, when in reality, the world is more connected than we could ever imagine. Among all these celestial wonders, spacecraft have their quirks, especially when it comes to electricity. As they zip through particles in Earth's magnetic field, they become unlikely static generators, accumulating electrical charge as they swish through space. It's a delightful twist of fate, creating sparks that could wreak havoc on onboard electronics. Engineers have to think like mad scientists, crafting ways for the spacecraft to safely bleed off excess charge, ensuring everything stays in smooth operation. It's a real-life lesson in charge management. And while they find innovative ways to deal with the zap of electrostatic charging, the thrill of exploration pushes boundaries. The science of creating a functioning spacecraft is as wild and unpredictable as the cosmos itself, filled with challenges galore. But that's what makes this journey so captivating. Each scientist's spark of creativity and bit of humor turns the journey beyond our atmosphere into an exhilarating adventure, where every obstacle is another chance to learn and laugh aloud at the whims of space. In the vastness of space, static sparks become a cosmic headache when there's no air to whisk them away. Every little zap morphs into a potential problem, turning the serene silence of the universe into a buzzing hazard zone. Astronauts don't just float through starry wonder, they navigate a world where even the most mundane things can be fraught with peril. Space flight offers thrills, but it also comes with its share of static electricity-induced eyebrow-raising. Now, let's talk about those spacesuits. They might be the envy of fashionistas on Earth, but loaded with gadgets, oxygen tanks, and reinforced layers weighing over 100 kilograms, they're not exactly gym-friendly. While these suits defy gravity in space, training them back on Earth is more exhausting than a treadmill run after a 3-course meal. With underwater works and weighted harnesses, astronauts prepare for the challenge of moving like they're in a slow-motion action movie once they hit the stars. And here's the kicker: each suit is like a customized superhero costume tailored to fit its wearer perfectly. Crafting these spacesuits isn't just a fabric job, it's an engineering marvel. The gloves alone are intricate designs balancing protection against the harshness of space and the dexterity needed to handle complex tasks. It's as if astronauts are suiting up for a mission in a sci-fi blockbuster, armed with everything they need to traverse the unforgiving void. A spacesuit is no ordinary outfit. It's a portable home, delivering life support and communications straight to the cosmos. Meanwhile, the age-old debate about who owns space has shifted from philosophical musings to urgent discussions in boardrooms and government halls. Once upon a time, space was a borderless frontier with treaties backing it up. Fast forward to today, and corporations eyeing asteroid mining and moon colonization have left us wondering who gets to call dibs on celestial goodies. As satellites fill up the orbits like overstuffed suitcases, new complexities and legal dilemmas pop up faster than they can be addressed. Who knew space could get so political? As if carving out territory wasn't enough, breathing in space is like solving a tricky tech puzzle. Down on Earth, it's as simple as a sigh. But in the great beyond, engineers must manufacture, filter, and recycle every breath. Oxygen tanks and water electrolysis are all part of the strange equation. Humans must carefully scrub carbon dioxide and control humidity, ensuring a breathable atmosphere doesn't devolve into a toxic mess. It's an ongoing reminder: space may seem boundless, but every gasp is a testament to how engineered life can turn nature into mechanical labor. In a twist of fate, robots might become the true pioneers of Mars. While humans remain firmly grounded, bots could be dispatched years earlier to lay the groundwork for the first habitats. Harnessing Martian soil, these mechanical workhorses would print protective walls and dig trenches like faithful blue-collar workers. Imagine arriving on Mars to find cozy homes, complete with life support systems, all thanks to these diligent robots. Instead of scrambling to set up camp, astronauts could kick back, put their feet up, and enjoy their pre-made Martian oasis. So, as we stand on the brink of extraterrestrial exploration, it's clear that both cosmic risks and ingenious solutions go hand in hand. Space is a realm of possibility, filled with adventure and uncertainties alike. With each new mission, we inch closer to unlocking the secrets of the universe, all while keeping a watchful eye on static sparks, legal knots, and mechanical marvels. Who knows? The future of space might just be a quirky, collaborative cosmic dance between humans and their robot allies. Robotic construction on extraterrestrial soil is currently in testing phases in the most remote corners of Earth, including the deserts and the icy expanses of Antarctica. If these robotic wonders prove successful, Mars may witness its very first home built not by human hands, but by tireless machines working hard to etch an oasis of life in a barren landscape. Imagine a future where the machines we crafted become the founders of humanity's first dwellings on another planet. In the bizarre realm of zero gravity, water morphs into a captivating spectacle, behaving like living jelly. Without gravity's pull, water transforms into floating orbs, wobbling playfully like miniature planets made of glass. An astronaut's gentle touch can pop these shimmering spheres into smaller globules, each quivering with mischievous surface tension. But be cautious, water can cling relentlessly to fingers, faces, and shiny instruments if left unchecked. Forget sipping from open cups. Astronauts take their hydration from sealed pouches to avoid liquid chaos. Amid space's steel and silence, astronauts cling to nostalgia through personal items. Each mission allows room for one tiny treasure, be it a cherished toy, a wedding ring, or a family photo. These keepsakes, carefully tucked in pouches, provide essential comfort as they orbit the void. In moments of solitude, they serve as grounding connections to Earth, preserving memories of loved ones that encourage astronauts to carry a slice of home with them into uncharted skies. Life in orbit brings a rhythmic encore of sunrises that appear every 90 minutes, as astronauts glide around Earth in the International Space Station. They witness the breathtaking spectacle of the sun peeking over the horizon, a cosmic light show transitioning colors from deep indigo to fiery orange. The stunning blue glow of Earth's atmosphere seems surreal from above, and within just 45 minutes, the sun fades into shadow, while twinkling city lights create vast constellations below. This breakneck cycle of day and night crafts a unique rhythm for astronauts, independent of earthly clocks or calendars. Time here pulses with the graceful turn of the planet beneath them, where daylight swiftly gives way to night, and before they can fully grasp the dark, dawn begins anew, providing a hint of adventure around the corner. Life in this orbital limbo is like living in a perpetual sunrise, bright and always moving. Throughout the cosmos, forgotten artifacts of our explorations lie scattered, narrating tales of human endeavor. On lunar soil, tracks of astronauts and tools whisper stories of bravery beside flags and an unexpected family portrait left behind during the Apollo missions. On Mars, the remnants of our curiosity like heat shields and soft, roving trails lie still, having witnessed the echoes of humanity's journey. Meanwhile, in orbit, rogue screws and an abandoned tool bag float alongside satellites, creating a patchwork quilt of human adventure. Every artifact left in the cosmos is like a breadcrumb trail of exploration that tells our story not just of the traveler, but of the places we've touched. This accidental archaeology serves as a poignant reminder that every voyage transforms both the voyager and the landscapes they've traversed, leaving messages and memories adrift in an endless sea of stars waiting to be discovered by future generations. One day, future explorers might dig up what we call space trash and marvel at those ancient artifacts, remnants of humanity's determined leap into the cosmos. Picture a spaceship as a modern-day lifeboat, brimming with life essentials: fire, air, food, water, and that elusive thing called gravity. It's a self-sustaining bubble of life where the only weather is the artificial kind, because let's face it, there's no beach to tan on in the vacuum of space. Since every munch and every inhale depends on machines running like well-oiled clocks, spaceships must be equipped to generate breathable oxygen and filter out the nasty carbon dioxide. Imagine a giant, floating kitchen where food is packed tight in sealed packages, ready to battle the test of time while still tasting decent. And water. Water is recycled like a prized possession. Every precious drop is reused over and over again, making you appreciate just how thirsty you are at all times. Meanwhile, gravity? Not a thing in space. So, to keep those muscles and bones from turning into spaghetti, spaceships simulate gravity using clever designs or exercise equipment that makes astronauts work harder than we do at the gym. Picture a mini-Earth floating through the void, relying on tech rather than trees to hold everything together. Those ingenious engineers have crafted a little biome where astronauts can survive without a whiff of Mother Nature. Imagine the constant symphony inside the International Space Station, a metallic creature creaking awake in the silent void of space. It certainly isn't quiet. The air shuffles through ducts, fans hum like busy bees, and motors engage in a dance of adjustments. As it sways between sunlight and shadow, those metal walls stretch and sigh, making sounds reminiscent of an old ship sailing the invisible waves. Earplugs become your best friends at night, as white noise machines do what they can to soothe the cacophony of the space opera. Then there's the astronaut's fashion statement, the spacesuit. Think of it as a balloon wrapped around a human. The suit gives off that pressurized vibe, holding air in like it's a big, friendly hug. But your movements are a workout, bending and flexing as you wrestle against the suit's stiffness. Engineers have turned that clumsy balloon into something more manageable, with rotating joints and temperature controls because no one wants to march into the cold cosmos unprepared. And what's lurking beyond our comfortable planets? Venus. Oh, Venus, the ultimate fiery menace that makes Mars look like a sunny picnic. With temperatures soaring to a sizzling 500 degrees Celsius, it's like stepping into a giant, molten furnace with clouds of sulfuric acid looming overhead. Even our best robots can't handle it. They only survive for a blink in Venus's oppressive embrace, reminding us of the challenges in our quest to conquer the cosmos. But wait. Venus wasn't always the hellish place it is today. Once upon a time, it boasted oceans and maybe even a cozy climate, before something went dreadfully wrong. By studying this fiery giant, we gain valuable intel on planetary evolution, and it even makes us appreciate Earth a bit more as an oasis in the vast, unpredictable universe. So while Venus may disintegrate our dreams, it's a crucial puzzle piece in understanding why we still have a comfy Earth to call home. We're peeking at a future where we'll visit other planets, but for now, that dream is just a cosmic mirage. The idea of human beings stepping onto alien soil is as thrilling as it is terrifying. Imagine farming novelties like kale or cosmic carrots, all without Earth's cozy dirt. Picture growing crops in the cold depths of space, plants thriving in hydroponic systems under the glow of LED lights. They'll nourish astronauts with nutrients and give us the freshest organic fare, while simultaneously recycling air. Talk about a multitasking miracle. The thought of Mars or a lunar base bustling with these cosmic gardens has great potential. Future farmers might source water from ice deposits, use composted waste to fertilize crops, and nutrient gels to supplement their game. Space plants might need to up their game, adapting to a microgravity world by altering their structure to grow tall and proud, with no soil monsters lurking beneath. Just think of it. Space farming will be our precious reminder of Earth's lush greenery amid the sterile expanses of the universe. But wait. Not everything about space is sunshine and salads. One of the cosmic conundrums is gravity, or the lack thereof. Living in low gravity turns astronauts into rather floppy versions of themselves. Bones weaken, muscles shrink, and the heart shapes itself into peculiar forms. Instead of endless workouts on treadmill versions of SCI-Fi contraptions, space engineers might whip up spinning habitats. These gravity-simulating spaces will be reminiscent of the funfair rides that push you outward, giving you that amazing sensation of weight. Who wouldn't want to walk on walls in a giant rotating city while trying to grow their intergalactic tomato plants? Imagine children growing up in cozy, spinny abodes, learning to walk on curved floors. They'll experience their own versions of down and up, and who knows, maybe they'll even raise pet space hamsters. If these rotating homes come to life, they could hold the key to the first permanent human habitats beyond Earth. It's the stuff of dreams, just envisioning future generations enjoying gravity's loving embrace while gazing out at the vastness of space. Despite all this cosmic fun, life among the stars comes with a dark side. Danger lurks around every corner. Space isn't the serene vacation destination one might expect. It's more like an interstellar horror film. One minute you're floating peacefully and the next, bam! A freak solar storm or runaway debris threatens your very existence. Forget sleeping in a comfy bed. Astronauts strap themselves onto walls while snoozing to avoid potential hiccups in deep space. Every astronaut becomes a cosmic ninja, mastering survival skills as they face hydro pressure leaks, mechanical meltdowns, and emergency medicine training. After all, in the endless void, there's no outside help and 0 second chances. Yet with time, the perilousness of space transforms into background noise like an annoying but familiar tune. Trust becomes the name of the game. Built between crew members and their trusty spacecraft, survival dependencies weaves their fates together in this deadly dance. And don't forget, with time and a bit of cosmic luck, humans might even evolve and adapt to their new homes. If they start raising kids on Mars, who knows what quirks might emerge? Tails, bigger eyes, or some sort of spunky superpower are all possibilities if evolution takes a detour in this unfamiliar environment. So strap in and hold on tight. The future of humanity is boldly going where no one, well, humans have gone before. Living in lower gravity is like switching to a life of perpetual hopscotch, where height, posture, and strength are all up for grabs. Imagine Martians with their elongated, feather-like bones and back muscles that VE chosen to kick back with a cocktail instead of working out. If a kid raised on Mars comes to Earth, they might feel like a heavy bag of potatoes, slow and cumbersome. Even their hearts would be doing a different beat, pumping like they're on a new rhythm altogether. And let's not forget their delicate peepers. Children of Mars may find themselves blinking at Earth's sunny skies that seem a tad too bright. With the UV rays working their magic, skin tones might shift like a chameleon trying to fit in. If they take shelter in cozy caves or domes, their adaptation game will kick in, and they may start looking like a throwback character from a SCI-Fi novel. Over centuries, these changes could magnify, similar to how humans adapted in deserts and icy wildernesses. Now, here's a plot twist. Will Martian kids still be us, or will they morph into got-to-get-their-ID number aliens? Space promises to overhaul not just our devices, but our whole vibe. Speaking of wild space facts, did you know that lunar dust has a flair for drama? When Apollo astronauts amped up their moon walking game, they returned with a layer of grey dust that smelled like burnt gunpowder. Yep, not the most pleasant souvenir. That scent only burst upon hitting oxygen, giving the astronauts a quirky reminder of their adventure. Lunar dust is no casual sprinkle. It's sharp as a tack, molded by relentless meteoroid smacks over eons. It's never soaked in rain or caressed by wind, resulting in jagged edges that stubbornly cling to everything. Inside the lunar module, this sneaky dust stirred up irritation for skin and eyes and played havoc with their high-tech gadgets. The gunpowder whiff was merely a taste of how hazardous and alien this new domain could be to our tender Earthlings. Now picture this, a dead satellite floating around, utterly unbothered, for centuries. When satellites bite the dust, they don't crash land like movies show. They glide silently around Earth, a bit like an elderly person on a slow-paced stroll, and can hang out there for decades. Yikes. Thousands of inert satellites from the past, dormant but dangerously still overhead, could collide like bad dancers on a crowded floor if we're not careful. Tiny bits of junk zipping by faster than a speeding bullet can cause chaos. A bump between two elderly satellites can explode into a chain reaction, creating a fireworks show of tiny fragments and not the kind you want to see. This mess has a fancy name, the Kepler effect, and it might just put a damper on our interplanetary escapades if we're not smart about it. Can you picture tons of ghosts of technology swirling above us, just waiting for us to tidy up our cosmic mess? And here's another surprise. Did you know space mining could be our ticket to a shiny new civilization? Some asteroids harbor more platinum, nickel, gold, and precious metals than Earth has ever dreamed of. Think of it as a treasure chest floating out there, waiting for brave souls to scoop it up. Plus, many asteroids have frozen water stashed away perfect for making rocket fuel or even some cool H2O for astronauts. It's a gold rush waiting to happen, folks. Imagine a future where humans can extract resources from space rocks, no more waiting for supply ships from Earth. Just think, one small asteroid could provide enough metal to construct a fleet of spacecraft. What's even more exciting is that water hidden in deep space could quench a ship's thirst for fuel during interplanetary jaunts. Scientists are already making detailed maps of asteroids and crafting robots to do all the heavy lifting, like drilling and melting materials up there. With companies eyeing mining rights, the dream of self-sufficient space stations is closer than ever. Picture this: factories orbiting Earth, churning out spaceships, solar farms, and habitats from the metal they harvest in the vacuum of space. Space mining isn't just some sci-fi fantasy. It holds potential for fueling an interplanetary civilization. Just like coal once powered industry and ocean spurred trade, mining asteroids could make space their own economy with no earthly input necessary. The world of exploration could be at our fingertips with a little help from our galactic friends. However, venturing into deep space is no picnic. As soon as you sail away from Earth's protective magnetic field, you're fair game for harmful solar radiation lurking in the cosmos. This radiation doesn't just fry your electronics. It can mess with DNA, amp up cancer risk, or even lead to trippy hallucinations. Yikes. Researchers are brainstorming a cunning plan. Let's equip spaceships with magnetic fields of their own. These would be like an invisible bubble pushing aside cosmic nasties, shielding astronauts from those sneaky, hazardous high-speed particles. But achieving that magnetic bubble without guzzling power is the challenge at hand. Crack that conundrum, and Mars, Jupiter's moons, and beyond could finally be within human reach with a safe passage through a cosmic gauntlet. Imagine exploring the outer solar system with peace of mind, free from those invisible dangers. Now that's progress humanity could toast to with a glass of Martian mineral water. Speaking of Mars, do you ever wonder what the first baby born there would be like? That little star will not just score a major milestone in science, they'll represent the dawn of a new era in human evolution. Growing up with 1/3 of Earth's gravity means their heart and spine might evolve differently. They would experience a world painted with distinct light and air pressure, perhaps even speaking a dialect with words for Martian stuff that don't exist in our earthly vernacular. This Martian baby will have an immune system tailored around the unique bacteria found in Martian habitats. When they finally visit Earth years later, our gravity will feel heavy, and they may even feel weaker. But fear not, for they will still be 100% human, just a one-of-a-kind fusion of earthly and Martian qualities, forged beneath a crimson sky that stretches out without limits. And here's a fun fact that adds a twist to space exploration: astronauts see more than what we can see. Equipped with sophisticated cameras, they capture various wavelengths of light. This means that while we see colors, they're watching unseen ultraviolet and infrared treasures dance in the cosmos. These cameras aren't just for show. They help monitor spacecraft temperatures or track the warmth leaking from Earth's oceans at night. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? Welcome to the new frontier. Some cameras have a magical knack for capturing electrical storms over the ocean, lighting up in ultraviolet hues, making them look like some cosmic fireworks. These aren't just geeky gadgets. They redefine our perception of reality. They unveil a kaleidoscopic world laden with colors and forces that our human eyes weren't designed to fathom. Imagine astronauts peering through these lenses, suddenly privy to a universe that's been playing peekaboo with humanity for ages, just waiting for technology to unveil its secrets. In the vastness of space, time becomes a tricky business. Astronauts can't rely on the sun's dependable dance across the sky. Instead, the rhythm of their lives is set by Earth, marked by the ticking of simulated clocks that keep them in sync with home. Picture it: they orbit Earth every 90 minutes, witnessing sunrise and sunset 16 times a day. They've transformed their schedules to mimic earthly routines, sleep, exercise, and groundbreaking experiments, all while zipping around this giant marble we call home. Now, time on Mars? That's a whole other can of worms. A day there stretches about 40 minutes longer than on Earth, and the year? Almost double. Talk about a long birthday wait. Residents of glass colonies will have to rework their calendars entirely. They'll count their days according to Martian sunsets and sunrises, opening a lovely window to new traditions that are light years away from earthly ways of marking time. Then, let's not forget the dance of shadows on Mars. A flash of sunlight creates a play of light that behaves in ways we can only dream of on Earth. Those Martian shadows could stretch and shrink, bringing birthday cakes into new dimensions. Imagine blowing out the candles, wondering which year you're actually celebrating. Each Martian birthday could feel like a cosmic milestone as settlers carve their life stories in a fresh, world-revolving saga. Remember exploring asteroids? Talk about a cosmic playground. On these minuscule celestial bodies, you'd feel like you were skipping across a trampoline, gravity serenading you with gentle nudges. An astronaut could pop around the whole surface in mere minutes. Instead of the heft of a usual earthly gait, they'd glide, bound, and bounce in slow-motion elegance, aided by trusty magnetic tethers that keep them grounded to their tiny physical worlds. Every movement becomes an adventurous ballet choreographed by a rock and metal stage beneath their feet. As our adventurous settlers gear up for astronomical life, calendars and clocks will need a remix. Work schedules, school days, and celebration times must adapt to the joyous Martian rhythm. Just think school bell rings, and it's based on the luscious glow of two tiny moons racing across the sky, Phobos and Deimos. A birthday on Mars wouldn't just be another day. It's a commemorative episode of life that almost spans 2 Earth years, a delightful twist on the tradition. Living on Mars will have our settlers rewriting their cosmic script, crafting a vibrant tapestry stitched with laughter, exploration, and fresh beginnings. Each day will be a brand new game, each year a fascinating plot twist. In this spectacular shift, the familiar pastimes of Earth will transform into Martian escapades, marking their journey with jokes, new traditions, and the echo of cosmic laughter. Once humanity fully embraces the vibrancy of space travel, time will transform from a mere ticking clock into a personal rhythm, shaped by the diverse worlds we call home. Each new planet will alter our concept of a day, making it more of an identity marker than a universal measure. Imagine rocking to the beat of your own cosmic drum while sipping space coffee among the stars. Forget about synchronized wristwatches. It'll be all about cosmic coolness. Space missions come equipped with more than just snacks and cool gadgets. They carry specially designed shields against the sun. Sure, the sun is great for beach days and warmth on Earth, but in the cosmos, it's like a relentless party crasher wreaking havoc. High-energy particles and radiation bursts can turn a sunny outing into a game of cosmic dodgeball. Therefore, spacecraft boast impressive shields that reflect and absorb solar energy, keeping astronauts safe inside their metal homes. But wait, there's more. Think about solar flares. They're the cosmic equivalent of a surprise guest at your party. For astronauts journeying towards Mars, having a cozy storm shelter inside their ships is crucial. They need a protected haven draped in extra radiation shielding, where they can hold fort during these fiery interstellar fireworks. And who could forget those chic spacesuits? Equipped with layers to block UV rays and pesky particles, they're the ultimate fashion statement for space adventurers. To prepare for Mars, we've constructed Earth-based simulations that look like they popped out of a sci-fi movie. These mock habitats appear in deserts, icy terrains, and volcanic craters, transforming folks into astronauts for weeks or months on end. Volunteers don bulky suits, feast on shelf-stable rations, and send good old-fashioned delayed messages, all to mimic life on the red planet. Picture this: planting veggies under artificial lights while dealing with the occasional existential crisis. Sounds like a reality show waiting to happen. These missions are seriously scientifically legit. It's not all fun and games. They explore vital questions for possible life on Mars. For example, how do we keep the air breathable without earthy trees or settle disputes when confined in tight quarters? It's like Big Brother meets Survivor, but with far greater stakes. Each session we log brings us closer to mastering sustainable living in distant worlds, all while fine-tuning our conflict management skills in a cramped capsule. Of course, we must also address space debris, which is rapidly becoming Earth's second mark of civilization, after pizza delivery. Abandoned satellites and bits of old rockets are cluttering up our sky like a cosmic junkyard. These fast-moving bits can turn a peaceful space mission into a gripping game of dodgeball, and no one wants to be caught in a Kessler cascade of destruction. If we can't tackle this problem, we might find ourselves tethered to Earth while our dreams of exploration swirl away. Cleaning up the cosmic mess isn't a quick flick of a broom. It demands innovative solutions. Concepts like nets, magnets, and even space brooms are being tossed around to tackle the jumble of debris. What if space travel becomes less about boldly going where no one has gone before and more about a cleanup mission? As we set our sights on lunar living, creating underground cities will become vital not just for stylish living but as a barrier against the harsh and inhospitable surface. With that said, welcome to the future, where every adventure comes with a side of housekeeping. Temperatures on the moon are moodier than a cat on a Monday, swinging from icy chills to mind-melting heat on a monthly basis. To tackle these cosmic temperature tantrums, future lunar settlements might just check into a basement rather than constructing sun-baked houses on the surface. Think of vast underground tunnels or flourishing caves, shielding humans from both radiation and those extreme temperature surprises. It's like a cozy lunar hideout just waiting for the aliens to send a housewarming gift. Even more exciting is the discovery of lunar lava tubes, nature's very own underground highways left behind by once raging molten rock. These caverns could be spacious enough to cozy up entire neighborhoods, thriving farms, laboratories, and even factories. It would be like living in a fancy grotto, with breathable air and sunlight supplied by nifty solar panels perched up top. The sight of humans strolling around in t-shirts surrounded by ancient stone walls makes you wonder if we need a new tourist brochure for moon living. Life in space isn't all stardust and SCI-5 vibes. Astronauts need to be ready for repairs on the fly, much like a handyman at a backyard barbecue. There aren't any space auto shops up there, so if anything malfunctions, be it the toilet or the tea maker, the crew, regardless of their profession, gets hands-on. Imagine a doctor in a spacesuit swapping out valves or a pilot sealing a leak. Before they set off for the cosmos, astronauts practice fixing everything in training, from underwater spaceship simulations to slapstick virtual reality. If something goes wrong, it's not just a minor inconvenience, it's survival. It gets even wilder with Mars missions lurking in the future, where every crew member becomes an engineer, mechanic, and a full-blown problem-solving wizard. If they burn through resources, they must learn to be resourceful ninjas storing, printing, or recycling anything they need. Anything that breaks might just flip survival mode on. Teams bond over repairs, grunt through creativity, and practically train for chaos, ready for whatever baby bolt might decide to go wild next. Speaking of spacesuits, they are far more delicate than they appear. A little scratch from a loose bolt can create drama. Every suit is a layered miracle, protecting astronauts from the hostile vacuum of space. A tiny tear could lead to leaks that make space travel feel like a scene from a horror movie. That's why astronauts diligently inspect their suits, handle tools like they're made of glass, and take a slow dance around equipment. If a sharp edge is lurking, they rehearse each move because one wrong jolt could spell disaster. Let's not forget about the grand Voyager 1, the spaceship that became a cosmic mailman. Launched in 1977, it's currently sending signals from beyond our solar system, still humming along after years of solo travel. Now farther from Earth than anything we've ever created, its faint radio waves take over 20 hours to reach us. Alongside scientific data, it carries a golden record packed with music, greetings, and sounds from good old Earth, like a mixtape for potential extraterrestrial friends. Voyager 1 is out there, running on pure momentum, too cool for fuel. It's like the ultimate cosmic postcard, drifting among the stars, reminding anyone who might find it that at least once, there was a thriving species on a blue planet dreaming of the cosmos. Long after humanity has changed, this little spacecraft will keep cruising, proving that we've always looked up, reaching for the stars with wide-eyed wonder and curiosity. A Mars colony has to be a self-sufficient marvel of engineering and creativity. No more waiting for delivery trucks to arrive from Earth. Humanity needs to create a cozy little bubble to thrive in the harsh Martian environment. Think of it as a high-tech hermit crab shell, where water is meticulously sourced from ice deposits or moisture in the air, then purified and recycled. It's a legit water park situation, minus the rubber ducks. Now, let's get to our green thumbs in space. Inside pressurized greenhouses, plants will strut their stuff, munching on carbon dioxide and puffing out oxygen like it's their day job. These leafy little heroes won't just make us feel alive, they'll also serve up delicious space salads. Meanwhile, any waste we generate will not just vanish, oh no. It'll be gobbled up by bacteria, which will turn it into nutrient-rich goodness for our next round of crops. Who knew poo could be so useful? Airlocks are the VIP bouncers of our Mars pad, keeping the precious air inside while everything outside looks like a barren wasteland. Energy will power the whole operation, whether through solar farms soaking up rays like their earthly counterparts or compact nuclear reactors stored for the long, snooze-worthy Martian nights. With all that tech buzzing around, we better ensure our clothing, tools, and gadgets can be repaired or recycled right there on Mars. Let's keep those oops moments from costing an arm and a leg. When spacecraft gut feelings matter, doors become the rock stars of the journey. Each hatch or airlock isn't just a casual exit, it's a barrier between life and the big nothing. One tiny floof of a crack in the seal can send our precious oxygen into the vacuum, never to be seen again. Engineers make sure that these doors are fortified with everything from rubber gaskets to complex locking mechanisms, ensuring they're stronger than a toddler's grip on a cookie jar. Astronauts aren't just trained to be at the helm, they're also secret door testers. They feel for leaks like they're searching for the last chip in a bag, listening for any hint of hissing that might suggest trouble. On long journeys to Mars, if something goes bust, there won't be any friendly rescue missions. So, treating those doors with the utmost respect is a must. They're the thin shield between our lively vibe and the scary void of space. Now let's chat about building with Martian dust, because sending supplies from Earth? Few good about it. Consequently, it's way too costly. So why not whip up a cozy shelter from the red planet's very own soil? Regolith, the gritty iron-rich powder, is like Mars's version of Lego. Techniques abound, from heating it until it becomes sturdy ceramic bricks to concocting a unique mix of sulfur and polymers to create a Martian concrete. And it gets even crazier. Imagine 3D printers buzzing away, spraying magical binders onto sand, layer by layer, to create solid walls and domes. Some innovative minds are even suggesting teaming up with engineered bacteria to whip up some biological glue using regolith. These materials will let us construct everything from habitats to roads, turning an alien landscape into a quirky little neighborhood that could feel like home. Who knew we'd ever be saying, "Honey, I'm home," on Mars? Lastly, let's face it, humans in microgravity don't always have the best sense of direction. Forget using a compass. When gravity takes a vacation, we literally lose our way. Our brains are wired to rely on gravitational cues, so floating around in the great unknown can be a bit disorienting. But fear not, the journey of building a home on Mars is just as much about mastering our environment as it is about conquering the cosmos. Let the Martian adventures begin. In space, the concept of up and down becomes as confusing as trying to find a missing sock in a laundry pile. Astronauts find themselves floating like jelly beans in a cosmic soup, spinning randomly without a care in the world, or at least, without the guidance of gravity. Some astronauts adapt faster than a chameleon changing colors, while others wrestle with their direction like a toddler learning to walk. The funny thing is, after long stints up there, certain brain parts shrink. Yes, shrink. Imagine forgetting how to walk just because you've been having a good time in zero gravity. Now, picture this: astronauts watching lightning storms from above, floating serenely while Earthbound folks are scrambling for cover. From space, storms look like vibrant dance parties, with flashes branching through clouds like energetic lasers at a concert, creating a cosmic light show. Those colossal tempests that seem intimidating on the ground appear dainty from orbit, almost like celestial confetti spreading playful vibes across cities and oceans. Astronauts witness this natural beauty, thinking how fragile Earth's atmosphere is, filled with weather that storms through silent skies without ever blowing out cosmic candles. Earth, our blue oasis, holds the exclusive ticket to fresh, flowing water. Picture it a swirling wonderland of mountains, lakes, and rivers, all dancing to the tune of life. Mars might have had some rivers and oceans once upon a time, but now its water is playing a game of hide and seek, stuffed away in icy confinement. Meanwhile, those exotic moons like Europa have oceans, too, but lurking beneath frozen shells like shy creatures waiting for spring. For our daring astronauts floating above, water is a finicky ghost, recycled and purified from everything: air, sweat, you name it. Fast forward to the future, where space settlers will need ninja-like skills to extract the precious drops of water from icy digs. Every sip will be more precious than gold, filtering minerals like gourmet chefs and melting ice deposits like wizards. The streams we take for granted on Earth. They're interstellar jewels, birthed by a lucky blend of temperature, pressure, and that delightful atmosphere we sometimes forget to appreciate. So, the water from your tap. It tells a story of cosmic rarity that's worth cherishing. Now let's talk about the thrilling moment when humans take their first step on Mars. That imprint in the red dust won't merely be a smudged shoe mark. It'll redefine what it means to be human. Can you imagine kids growing up hearing tales of humanity stretching across two worlds? This is where the stuff of legends begins, with art, culture, and identity expanding to embrace two skies and horizons painted with ambition and wonder. The centuries of preparation and hardcore teamwork leading up to this moment will be nothing short of inspiring. The first landing will be like a family reunion with the universe. Everyone's got to get along, share snacks, and make sure the tech doesn't malfunction. And when that first footprint hits Martian soil, it will echo through history, signaling that humanity is ready to stretch its legs not just on our beloved Earth, but on alien ground as well. How's that for a cosmic leap? The emotional weight of space exploration goes far beyond the thrill of adventure. When humans take that first step onto another planet, it won't just be a monumental achievement. It will bring forth a cascade of questions about our responsibility to the universe, who gets to claim territories beyond Earth, and how we envision life among the stars. This singular step will be immortalized in photos, broadcast to millions, and fodder for philosophical debates for generations to come, echoing through history long after we're gone. Imagine that serene moment, a quiet scene set in an empty red desert, with our cosmic pioneers as the only witnesses, no sounds but the rustle of their own excitement. But to reach those celestial destinations, we need computers that can withstand the harsh reality of space. Unlike our sleek laptops, spacecraft computers are built tougher than a drill sergeant. They're designed with shielding and hardened processors to fend off relentless cosmic radiation that could jeopardize missions. High-energy solar particles can wreak havoc, flipping bits, crashing systems, or worse, frying circuits. So, engineers concocted a masterful plan involving redundancy. Triple copies of calculations run in tandem, ensuring that if one goes haywire, the others can swoop in like a superhero. Speed and durability are a crucial balancing act on these high-stakes missions. The deeper the spacecraft goes into space, the more critical it becomes for its systems to outlast their earthly counterparts. After all, no one wants a spacecraft to drop out of the sky like a cartoon character at the first hint of trouble. Every probe, whether it's roaming the Martian surface or peering into the abyss, relies on robust computers to maintain life support systems and gather precious data. It's a cosmic race against time to ensure that tech doesn't fail before humans can uncover the universe's secrets. As for the astronauts venturing into the great unknown, they'll need to think creatively about how to cope with lengthy journeys. Mars is no quick jaunt. It could take months to reach the red planet. However, venturing to distant star systems could stretch into decades, or even centuries. Enter the concept of hibernation, firing up their inner sloths while machines handle the tedious travel. Scientists are currently tinkering with methods to safely lower body temperature and lower metabolism, turning our brave explorers into snoozing space travelers, with a buffet of snacks waiting at their destination. Imagine waking up in a new world after years of deep, restorative sleep, sans the mind-numbing boredom of staring at four walls or, in this case, four walls of a cramped spaceship. Not only would this technique mean less food and oxygen consumed, but it could also serve as a neat little stress reducer for astronauts. The medical community has already proven that cooling down patients post-heart attack works wonders, so the groundwork is already laid out. Putting it to use in orbit, though, is a whole other cosmic hurdle. Now, let's talk about one of the most astounding spectacles in our solar system, the aurora. While Earthlings admire this ethereal light show from below, astronauts get an entirely different experience watching the aurora dance beneath their feet from space. These glowing rings encircling the poles become alive with color as charged particles from the sun collide with Earth's gases, akin to a cosmic rave. The brilliance can sometimes light up the snow below, leaving our astronauts mesmerized and momentarily forgetting all the space adventures that lie ahead. If we ever dream of reaching out to the stars, we should brace ourselves for the journey of a lifetime, even if it might stretch across generations. The closest star beyond our Sun is a whopping 20 trillion miles away, and even the bravest of ships would take decades at top speed to reach it, which is where the ingenious concept of generation ships comes into play. Colossal vessels that transport entire communities instead of just a select few space explorers. Who knows? By then, we might evolve into the ultimate intergalactic couch potatoes, lounging back in our cosmic caravans, sipping cosmic cocktails as we watch the stars go by. Imagine a future where kids are born aboard a massive spacecraft, never to set eyes on Earth. Inside, they'll find a self-sustaining universe packed with schools where they learn about distant galaxies, medical bays for all sorts of ailments, and social structures that help them navigate life in this metal marvel. Each day aboard becomes an adventure, as they stretch the limits of their imaginations while floating between shimmering stars. Without the familiar ground beneath their feet, these space dwellers might craft a unique culture, complete with their own laws and customs. Picture kids inventing games that involve gravity-defying moves or elders imparting wisdom through stories of the blue planet they've only heard about. This journey would not just be an escape, it would be a rich tapestry of experiences woven together by generations who call the spaceship home, an interstellar society born from the dreams of a few. As the descendants of the original crew come of age, they will step outside their floating sanctuary into a new star system. Armed with tales of a long-lost world, they will carry with them echoes of an Earth they've never seen. Can you imagine the wonder and confusion they'd feel? Their new surroundings might have bizarre flora, swirling colors, and perhaps even creatures that defy description. They'll write their own chapters in the cosmic story, paving new paths in the stardust. Talking about the awe of the universe, let's take a moment to bask in the tranquility of our imaginings. We've drifted through silence, traveled beyond the atmosphere, and contemplated futures filled with endless possibilities. Beyond the blue skies we know is a panoramic canvas, mysterious and beautiful, beckoning the curious. Even though Earth's gravity tugs at our souls, our minds soar like eagles, exploring realms undefined by borders or time. If this starry escapade has sparked a little joy in you, why not spread the love? Hit like, subscribe, join the family of dreamers, and drop a thought in the comments. Your engagement is like a beacon guiding fellow adventurers to our cozy corner of curiosity. Together, we can sip the nectar of exploration, one tranquil adventure after another, weaving our own stories as we go. For now, take a deep breath and let the universe wrap you in its gentle embrace. Close your eyes, surrender to the soft sways of rest, and let the starry expanse lull you into silence. You are in a sanctuary of warmth and safety, drifting ever so lightly among the cosmos. No need to worry about the day-to-day grind, just let go. Good night, fellow traveler. May your dreams be as boundless as the stars themselves.